Monday around 6:05. I just closed up the shop. That's why it's a little dark. I realize I should probably start the live stream when we have good Wi-Fi. Anyway, today was actually, I thought today was going to be a giant failure. If you remember last night, I talked about the fact that we were missing. I'm going to keep talking while I pack up. The people who were going to help me move the fixtures were going to come today, and they canceled on me. Hey, Joe, and they canceled on me. And it left me really upset because I really wasn't sure what to do. And then I discovered that hole. So hey, Mark, I decided that I would come back and I would make room over here for web comics and webtoons. I would put them next to the manga. But then I did it and I realized, wait a second. It's like rows worth of space here that I'm missing because of this big thing. This big thing is going to be going soon, moving farther back into the room. And then I will have space over here where these books are to put more things. So I was like, okay, but I'll basically figure it out. And then my landlord's handyman came, Victor, who's the one who put in the floor that has a hole in it, and had to do a bunch of work, had to rip up some tiles to see what was going on down there. He put a little piece of wood where the hole is, and he's going to get more tiling to recover it. And I said, oh, could you bring dollies tomorrow and we can move these fixtures? He said, oh, I mean, that has wheels, man. I'm like, no, it's got to go on its side. We got blah, 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 blah. And Victor was like, yeah, I mean, no problem. I said, okay, well, then I need to get ready. So I went to the back and I started taking all the things out, making room for the giant fixture that's going to go there. This fixture that was in the front. I made all this room. I put all these books over there, and then I went, oh, you know what? This fixture is not anywhere near as heavy as I thought it was once I had emptied it. And making space there was a lot faster than I thought. So maybe we should do this. So first I moved the fixture that was back there in the middle. That used to be up here. There it is. I moved it up over here where it's all the series and all the sets. And then I moved that giant thing, which was right here. Here's the hole, by the way. I moved that giant thing into the back, which was the main goal for today. I messed it up a few times. It's not a job I should have done by myself, but it wasn't because I hurt myself. It wasn't because I injured myself. It was logistically difficult to do on my own, but I did. So now that's done. I had no energy or patience left for both doing webcomic stuff, emptying out the giant thing, which is the next thing to empty out, or putting all the alphabetized series, which I had taken out so meticulously, back into that thing up front. No patience for that. So that is not happening today. I sat down, I futzed around on the internet for like half an hour, and that's the end of the day. I made a lot of nice decisions about stuff. There's a few things here with the manga that I've wanted to do, and I've thought about it now that I put the webtoon stuff up here, and I figured out what I'm going to do. This is going to be a lot less tight, a lot less crowded when we're done. I think it's going to be very lovely, actually. Same with everything. I think everything's going to be really lovely. We had 5 people in today, the whole day, not counting my neighbor Pete or the guys working on the floor. About 5 people in, which is why I feel I really have chosen the right time to do this rearrange. Like, look at these piles. This is the almost done section, the kids section, and it's a disaster. I mean, again, not to mention the hole in the floor. But nothing is really put together. Nothing is really ready. But that's why we did it now. That's why we did it on a day where I had a customer come in and buy a book they already bought as a gift. Father and son come in just looking for manga, who ended up leaving with the JoJo's. A woman came in and walked straight to the back and said, "It's okay, I know what I'm looking for." I'm like, "It's probably moved." Which, thank God, they had been here when I'd already started the rearrange earlier in the week. So she was like, oh, right, yeah, and I was like, right, because everything's, she's like, right. Found her the book, she bought it. And that was it. I had one dude in while they were working on the floor, like 1:30. I'm just looking around, looked around and left. So I also made a bunch of decisions about how we're going to be doing the back issues and magazines and things like that on that big display. These things are all going to become long boxes. These short boxes are going to become long boxes. I don't really call that a hole, Joe. My issue was not that there was a little tiny hole. I was just going to cover it. My issue was that until they put that wood there, there was a hole straight through. Like, see where this wood is right here, this piece and all this right there? There's just a big hole 10 feet down into the basement. So that I felt was not something I should just cover. I should probably tell my landlord about that. So they're covering it. It's going to be fine. I'm really not even concerned. My real concern now that I finally did this room, this is the general layout of this room. Now that I finally got the general, I'm concerned about how I have these two. These two have always been the ones that I can't picture exactly how they're going to go. Now that the room is done, I do have room for them, but it is a little tight. I'm really trying to undo tight. So once the floor is fixed, I can move these guys around a little bit and see if I want to do like a T-shaped thing with them or something that will make it feel less crowded, because that's really the goal for kids to walk in, right? Imagine you walk in here and you see superheroes. These are all Dogman, though. I guess you can't see them, so I'll probably put posters on them. Kids' books over there, which I want to be able to see. And you keep going, you see, whoa, there's so much more store. But, there's comics, there's manga, there's picture books. Turn, boom. There's Amulet, Bone, all that stuff. So that's the hope, is that this room will get. What's interesting is since I moved stuff here, people have been buying it who are not children. People have just been seeing series that they like here and going, ooh. So that's hopeful that will have a huge impact. Also, the real thing that is interesting is all these people who are sort of casual customers, they come in, once, twice a month, they don't have a hold list, are coming in and going, oh, I really like this. And I'm like, we've barely started. I really hope that it's true. I hope you're not gassing me up, because if you really like this, we're doing this level by level until I feel like that if I could get every section close to how I picture in my head, the store is going to have a completely different vibe. It's going to have a completely different feel, and I think people are going to really respond to it. So that's exciting. Very few new books out tomorrow. I've cut my ordering so freaking tight. I have about 8 books. Okay, that's how tight my ordering is. Again, you ordered stuff on hold list. You have pre-orders. That's coming. Joe, all the orders that you missed, the stuff that slipped by you, Secret Wars and Ultimate Invasion, all that stuff you added, you got now. I'm really should be mailing out stuff, but I've decided that that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, while Victor is finishing the floor, while I find a little space for my 8 new books, rather than do rearrange or anything, I am emailing hold list people, calling non-hold list people, emailing and texting, whatever. Pick up your stuff. That is tomorrow. I did that already as I rearranged, as I cleaned up my space here, but I'm going to go full bore and do that tomorrow. Package up some stuff. I have not sent out packages, Joe, since your box on the 8th that we still don't know what's happening with. Anyway, I am tentatively optimistic about this change, that it will really help. The big thing that it's making me realize as I do it, of course, is how much we don't have of the things that I like having, the things that I like to have and point to and say. I don't have Now of Brown. I don't have All-Star Superman. I don't have... I sold out of Ryan North's Fantastic Four first volume. All things that I would normally run and order, and I'm just not. There's the logic of there's almost no one coming into the shop. It's okay for me to rearrange and make this mess is the same logic of I should not be just making orders of things it's nice to have on the shelf. Hopefully next Sunday, the kids section will be full except for decoration. I have not done any of the decorating that I want to do for the kids section. I got to take down the sign. It's going to be a big event. The sign behind me says, "Don't miss the kids in YA room in the back." It has been up for about 10 years since Andrea made it for us. It's coming down. Kids in YA room isn't in the back anymore. But the general layout will be done. Hopefully all the books will be there. And I would like to see what the casual browser who's never been in the shop, how they respond to that. That's kind of exciting. Oh, signs. Mark, signs are like killing me. I've taken down so much art and I have so many questions about where I'm putting it all. And I'm really just trying to avoid that. I'm really trying to make that the last thing that I deal with. It will mean a mess somewhere. Right now, most of the signage for the shop is piled up over here. These are books, recent books from the last used to be on that big display that you have back there. And these are the old Archies that I'm pricing, as well as signed book plates and stuff. So this, though, is supposed to be all like this. It's supposed to be all the recent released stuff. So it will eventually have to be cleaned off. Right now, I will not be putting the recent release stuff on it. So yeah, a little bit of a problem, but like I said, overall, really very happy with the general direction it's taking. We're 2 weeks into the rearrange, basically. I didn't do anything. Oh, I see the 10 feet. Oh, what's that? What do they even say? Because then they go high. Just notifications. Something and something over. I don't know. But yeah, tentatively, I think we've got good stuff going on here. I appreciate you two always being here to cheer me on. I have text-wise, I have Emily as well. I was like, I just moved so many things I didn't even plan on moving today, and I'm being so lazy. She's like, did you do tons of work? Then you're not being lazy. You're relaxing after doing tons of work. And I was like, yes. So thank you all for being my cheerleaders. All of you who are watching this later, not live, and are like, yeah, go. Put those comments in. I love it. I love when people come into the shop and go, oh, I watched the live stream and I really like it. But comment here. Comment on the live stream that you're watching right now. I'm saying this. Go, hey, love to see the changes. Hey, I'm excited to get my books. If Dalton, if you're watching, anyone who's watching who has a hold list. And yeah, until tomorrow, where we will look at the few new books. Remember, damn it, babies. You got to be kind.